I'm sure we've all heard some variation of the saying, cars are a wealth killer. It's true. A quick Google search shows that the average monthly payment on a new vehicle in 2023 was $737. That's roughly $9,000 a year spent on a depreciating asset. And if you're like me, you think that's terrible. So that raises a question, how do we avoid a monthly car payment? Well, the answer to that is buy a used car. To me, getting a great deal on a used car that runs well, it's like hitting the jackpot. And no, I'm not telling you to go buy some $500 junker that barely runs. We all want something that's reliable, comfortable, and safe. And yes, you can still get that for like $5,000 to $10,000 only if you do some research beforehand. It's not easy, but with a little bit of creativity, it's possible. Here's an idea. Look up the rich neighborhoods near you and check if they have a community Facebook page. Post on there, say that you're a local and you're looking to buy a used car. Best case scenario, some old person selling a mid-2000s Camry with like 30,000 miles for $5,000. If that works, please let me know. I want to hear the story. So the biggest plus I can think of when buying or leasing a new car is that it comes with warranty and it has all the bells and whistles. But you could still buy a reliable car that's used. If I'm going to be honest, you don't need all the bells and whistles. You just need a good radio, maybe a touchscreen, AC, and you're good to go. You pretty much have two options when buying a used car. A certified pre-owned or CPO car that's almost like buying a brand new car. It's a used car that's been inspected and certified to be in top condition by the manufacturer. CPO cars typically come with some sort of extended warranty, but are more expensive than regular used cars. I won't go much more in depth about CPO cars, but they are a great alternative. Your other option is buying a normal used car with no warranty. For that, I'd recommend sticking to private sellers and avoiding the dealerships entirely because you'll avoid the dealer markups and fees. And not to mention the salesman, it's a big plus to stay away from them. So there's slightly more risk because if anything breaks after the purchase, you'll have to cover the repair. But with a good pre-purchase inspection, we could lower that risk and still get a great deal on a car. So with that being said, here are my tips for buying a used car. My biggest tip is to find a reputable mechanic shop to do a pre-purchase inspection. If you think you found the right one, don't be cheap. Spend the $100 to $200 and have that peace of mind. Most likely, the car is going to need some work, like changing old fluids, replacing worn suspension components, or putting on new tires. And that's fine. You can use it as leverage when negotiating the price. And if something doesn't seem right to you, don't worry about walking away. There's plenty of cars out there. When doing research on the car you want to purchase, stick with brands that have good reputations and are known for reliability. Something like Toyota, Lexus, Honda, Acura. Take a look online for what model years are the most reliable and what issues those cars are known to have. For example, people know to typically stay away from the 2003 Nissan 350Zs and G35s because it's the first model production year and they have some little electrical gremlins and other hiccups, but the later models like 07 and 08, those cars are known to be pretty bulletproof. Another thing that scares away buyers is high mileage, but if the car looks good and the major services have been done, like the water pump and timing, then you should be good. My buddy bought a car with 150,000 miles. A couple things broke on it like the AC, but now we're at 200,000 miles and he's still driving it with no major problems. And to prove to you that you can buy a good car for not a lot of money, I'll tell you the story of how I bought my car. I was casually browsing Facebook Marketplace because I knew I needed a newer car. My old car had a mean timing chain rattle and it was on its last legs. And then I came across this, a great looking 2008 Lexus IS350 with 115,000 miles for sale by the original owner. I was like, man, this could be the one. But the post said one owner and the description didn't have a lot of detail. And most of the time when it says one owner, it's a middleman trying to make some money. But I decided to reach out to the guy and he said he had someone coming in 2 days and I asked him for more information anyways. Turns out he bought it in 2008 as a divorce present for himself, and now he was getting a taller SUV instead because he's 62 years old and his back was hurting from getting in and out of the car. Once I heard that, I told him to send me the VIN and I'll be there tomorrow with cash in hand. I ran the VIN and everything looked good. It had one minor accident with some damage to the rear bumper, no big deal. And the best part is he told me he had a thick folder full of service records. In general, I'm pretty knowledgeable with cars, but I wanted to be careful, so I asked my buddy that's a mechanic to tag along. Once we got to this guy's house, I saw the car sitting in the driveway of a large house and an older couple standing next to it. I knew we were golden. My friend and I looked over the car, we test drove it, and everything checked out. Some things did need attention, like the spongy brakes, the worn out tires, and the touchscreen didn't work. Keeping that in mind, I offered him $8,000. He said no right away, but his wife in the background said she'd be fine with $8,500. At that moment, I put my arm out for a handshake, and the rest was history. On a side note, everyone should really invest in some tools and learn the basics of car maintenance because mechanics, especially dealerships, are expensive. To fix my unresponsive touchscreen, the Lexus dealer told me they wanted around $2,000. With a little bit of research, for $30, I managed to fix it in a couple of hours. After all the maintenance, I'm probably sitting around $11,000 total in the car, and I have no issues at all, and I've driven it for like 20,000 miles since I bought it. So my goal for this channel is to help you save money, whether that's through finance videos, car videos, or just buying good products at discounted prices. Let me know if you enjoyed. Please comment and like, and I'll see you in the next one.